It was minus 18 degrees outside. The kind of cold that turns your breath into ghosts. In a small industrial city in central Russia, inside a dark stairwell that smelled like cigarettes and old paint, a cardboard box sat on the floor, and inside that box, was a 3-month-old baby, alone, abandoned, in the middle of the Russian winter. But he wasn't going to die that night because something had decided he was worth saving. Obensk, a city most of the world has never heard of, the kind of place where the Soviet Union never quite left. In an apartment building on a gray street, the residents had a habit. They fed astray. Nobody owned her. Everybody knew her. She had been sleeping in that stairwell for 3 years. She wasn't a pet. She was a resident. On the night of January 14th, someone left something at the bottom of those stairs. We don't know who she was. We will never know why. But we know what she left behind. Nobody knows exactly when the cat found him. Maybe she smelled him first. Maybe she heard his heartbeat. Cats can do that, you know. She looked inside that box, and then she did something that no one trained her to do. No one asked her to do. That earned her absolutely nothing. She lay down on top of him all night, in the dark, in the cold, while the temperature outside dropped to minus 18. She was a stray. She had nothing. She gave everything she had, her warmth. At 7:42 in the morning, a woman named Nadia came down the stairs. She almost stepped right past. The cat was meowing. Not the way she usually did when she wanted food, differently, urgently, like she was trying to say something. Nadia bent down. And that's when she saw him. She screamed for her neighbors. She called the emergency line, and the whole time she waited, the cat did not move. When the paramedics arrived, she followed them to the door. When the door closed behind them, she sat down, and she waited. At the hospital, the doctors ran every test they had. The baby was 3 months old. He had been outside for at least 6 hours, in temperatures that kill adults, and he had no signs of hypothermia. Not one. A human body produces roughly 80 watts of heat. A cat, about 10. She had kept a human infant alive with 10 watts all night in minus 18. The survival of that boy is scientifically attributable to one thing: a stray cat who chose to stay. The baby was taken into state care. Within weeks, a family had applied to adopt him. He was placed in a home before spring. The cat stayed on the same street. The residents gave her her own corner of the building, a blanket, a bowl, a name on the door. She never became famous the way humans become famous. There was no interview, no press tour. No one asked her how it felt. She just went back to being a cat. She asked for nothing. She expected nothing. She just saw something small and cold and alone, and she stayed.